Hello friends, welcome to a Wednesday stream. Let's do the Wordle, shall we? Okay. I'm gonna go badge. Ugh, just an A? Just one A? How about blank? Okay, I'm gonna find where the A is. Are you? It's not in either. Okay, well, we know where it is. It's in the 4th spot. Wow. And there's no O? Okay, how about... Hey, Agatoki, thank you for tuning in. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like A. We could try. This was the word of the day a long time ago, but it could be sumac, which is like an herb or something. Well, yep. There's the A. We have an S. Not much information on all these guesses, huh? My third guess was a little funny, but damn. How about? Wow, that doesn't give me much. There's no U, so it's an I-A word? I-A? So I mean, it's gonna be like consonant I, consonant A, consonant. It could be a Y at the end. Yeah, I mean, I'm really thinking Y. I don't like this one. I don't like how this has gone at all. I mean, just look at how little information we've gotten. Although we have gotten a lot of information by elimination. You know, there's not many words left or letters left. Dang. By the way, we are playing Stellar Blade today and some RE4. Maybe I'll do a giveaway. I don't know. Oh, you didn't get this one, Agatoki. Okay, let me see. Now I gotta try extra hard. Damn. Oh, the pressure's on. I mean, if I feel like there's not many solutions left from this point with what's left. Is Visay a word? No. Okay, so maybe it might not end in Y. If it ends in S, us. I don't see that okay, it's probably, I think S is in the middle. Okay, so here's another thing. It could be like ish, ish. I mean, technically there could be a consonant cluster in the middle of the word. It could start with I, but I don't really see that being the case. Yeah, so it's got to be like some random, like, I don't know, dude. I feel like it's got to be this kind of order. I-S-A in the middle is what I'm thinking. Okay, my brain is not working. I haven't slept enough. I'm gonna just check if I-S are here. And I guess I'll check if a V is in the word too. I'm way off. I'm completely off. Damn. By the way, that was an impossible. So, normally you don't want to ever guess impossibles, but at this point I was kind of lost. So S is at the end where it's second? And there's no I? Wait. So it's some weird E word? I mean Y word? I was thinking in Spanish there for a sec. It's some strange Y word. What the hell? So the Y would have to be... I guess it could be Y second and then Y at the end as well. Hold on, that's probably copywritten. Let me not play that song. Dude, what is this word? Okay, so it's Y. Hey, Requiem Lux, thank you for tuning in. Trust the answer in my heart? Is that a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe? Heart of the Cards? It could be like P-S-Y-A... I mean, it could be something like this. But I don't know what word this is. Is this a word? Are these words? Otherwise it'd be like... No, there's no other consonant that could go in front of S like that. So if S is at the end... Oh, I'm not built for this right now because I'm too sleep deprived. I genuinely have no idea. Hey, see you, Newt. Zhao An, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, congrats on getting your PC set up, Agatoki. What's the first game that you played? Not first game that you tested, but the first game that you played. Actually, played. Bro, I'll happily take backseating on this word. Obviously, if you know the solution, don't just tell me the solution, but if you have a guess. If you haven't done it yourself, I'll accept a guess here. Otherwise, we might be doing Wordle for the next 10 minutes. Hey, Trisaru, thank you for tuning in. Oh my gosh, Requiem, I just realized, dude, you're the first 2-year member that walked in. So check out the new man badge. Nice. Maybe we'll zoom it in a little bit more. I could adjust it slightly. You can see his sword very well. But yeah, that is the new man. That's a 2-year member badge. Dude, thank you for 2 years of support. That's crazy. 2 years is a long ass. That's half of a presidential term. That's awesome. Let's see. Was I onto something here? Psi. Psi. No, it's nothing. We tried all the letters. It could be. No. 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 I don't know. This is gonna be some bullshit ass word, I swear. It's gonna be like, it's not even gonna be English. It's gonna be in a foreign language, and it's gonna be like an herb, and it's gonna be the foreign spelling of some random herb. that's like in, you know, one forest or something in the entire world. Ugh. Or what if it's something simple? But I don't see a simple word. It's a YA word, and there's only one A, unless it ends in double A, which it's not going to end in double A. Hello, Josh Howell Photo. Thank you for tuning in. It was a tough word today. Oh my, yeah, I'm getting owned. I mean, I'm getting completely wrecked here. I don't know. All right, this is the last song. I'm not going to change songs after this. We're listening to the Returnal soundtrack right now. This is from the first biome. I love this song. I'm going to raise it a little bit. Hey, Raccoon Lich, how are you liking... have you finished Saros already? I believe you were playing that, right? But yeah, this is, again, from the first world in Returnal. If you have not played Returnal, I recommend that game. H... P... No. J... X... Watch it have an X and a Z, just to upset me. Eight... What are the consonant clusters? J... It could be PH, I suppose. PH... Like, is this a random word? No. What consonant clusters are left? P... This is not a word. This is just not a word, dude. Could be PW, I guess, technically. No, no, that can't be it. J... Could be... I mean, the consonant clusters left are basically PW, PH. It could be... I mean, it could be WH. It's not a word. These are just obviously not words. Could be ZH if we're talking Chinese, but this is not going to be Chinese. The last time you played was at the final step for the true ending. Okay. It was great, basically Returnal, but new and improved. That's cool. Although, just from watching the gameplay, I prefer the aesthetic of Returnal, and I prefer the main character of Returnal. Like, basically, the whole visual appeal, I think Returnal is so cool. But, you know, it did look like, I mean, it looks like a good game. I would play it if, I guess if I was playing other games. But with how little I'm playing games these days, man, gotta stick to my bread and butter. We're playing two of my favorites today, Stellar Blade and RE4. I'm about to give up. I'm just about to give up. Hey, Joey Central, thank you for tuning in. I give up. I think I surrender here. So I'll just throw out... I can't even come up with a guess to fail on a guess. I just can't even come up with a word. I don't know. What is it? Okay, I'm gonna just write psych, and I'm gonna get very annoyed with myself. It's gonna be something I maybe should have figured out. What is that? What is that, man? It's not even like Shawshank Redemption. It's just P Shaw. P Shaw. Wow, I didn't consider PS a consonant cluster that was on the table. I was not gonna get that. What? It's Wednesday, dude. You're throwing this at me in the middle of the week? Whatever, New York Times. Whatever, dude. Alright, let's get started. What is that? Actually, what is that? Let me Google it. Hold on. P. Shaw. How do you pronounce this? It's an exclamation used to show annoyance, disbelief, or disagreement. Isn't that ironic? Some guy at New York Times was laughing his ass off when he came up with P. Shaw as the word of the day. Because this is basically what you're going to be doing. You're going to be exclaiming an annoyance and disbelief or disagreement that this is the solution. That is so funny. It's pronounced as Pasha or just Shaw. So yeah, it's a silent P or pshaw. I guess if you want to be slightly more ostentatious or something, I don't know. Dude, the only way you're getting that is if you got lucky with some letters. Like you'd have to find the letters and then just like end up finding where they go. But anyway, we're past that now. All right, hello friends, welcome to a Wednesday stream. We are playing Stellar Blade and Resident Evil 4 today. I may or may not do a giveaway depending on if I find the creativity to come up with something interesting for a giveaway. But we'll see. But if we do a giveaway, it'll be for RE4. It's not going to be during Stellar Blade. So yeah. What's new? First of all, congratulations, I guess, to Argentina. Argentina Spain's going to be our World Cup final. I was really hoping England would get in. I was really looking forward to that. But in a completely ridiculous comeback, Argentina stole another game. They basically, it was like another Egypt game. It's kind of a similar ending. So that was crazy. I didn't get to watch live, but like, I saw because I was working. I just got home from work. This World Cup wasn't that, I don't know, it wasn't as exciting as other World Cups to me because it felt like every single matchup, the team that wins on paper ended up winning the game. I felt like there were very few upsets. I was not surprised by any of the results. The only one that I was very disappointed by was Colombia losing the way that they did. I felt like we should have at least made it to top 8. But it's okay. There's always next World Cup and there's always next Euro Cup in 2 years. So congrats to anybody who's following Argentina or Spain. I have Argentina winning that pretty handily, but just because I think that, watch this be the biggest upset and Spain wins somehow. We might have an actual Argentina back-to-back winning a World Cup, FIFA Euro Cup, and then another World Cup back-to-back. That's kind of crazy. But I can already see all the Messi jerseys. I live in Miami area, so here in Florida, there's tons of Messi jerseys everywhere because he plays for Miami FCC. And it's a pretty nice jersey, to be honest. I don't own one myself, but yeah, I do see it a lot. I can imagine it's going to be an exciting World Cup for fans who are invested in those teams, but I'm not invested in either team. So I'll be watching the third place game, though. France-England should be a great game. I'm excited about that one. Also, I bought something. Look at this. I don't know if anybody else caught this deal, but GameStop had a deal where you could get this camera. You see this Nintendo Switch 2 camera? $55 is the MSRP here in the United States of Americans. $55. That's a lot of money for a 1080p webcam. Comparatively, you can get like a Logitech C920 on sale all the time for like $40 or under $40. I bought mine like over a decade ago, and I think it was $40 when I got it a long time ago. But I got this for $10. $10. I mean, at $10, that's pretty good. What's interesting about this is that, first of all, it says Nintendo Switch 2 on it. It's like official hardware. And it's this particular height to get over the dock of the Switch 2. So you can set it up behind the Switch 2 dock. Kind of interesting. It's also got like a privacy shield where you can turn it and it like locks if you're paranoid, you can just like turn it off without disconnecting it. And it has tilt. So I mean, for $10, I'm very excited about this. Unironically, I may use this for like some kind of stream setup. If I ever had like the type of setup where I have a camera just perpetually pointed at like my cat's bed or something, I could have like a cat cam so you guys could check on what my cat's doing. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, for $10, man, pretty cool pickup. I got that this week. And then besides that, let's get into some Stellar Blade. Okay, so now you may have noticed my different wallpaper. For the longest time, this was the Lexus LC500, but I'm in my dreaming phase again. I haven't dreamt about a car in a while, in a very long time, but I am currently dreaming about an E46 M3. I've wanted one since I was a kid. Why? Because I played Need for Speed Most Wanted, obviously. So I'm looking for one in silver, blue, or white, and we'll see if I can find one. We'll see if I can find a decent one. But so I've changed my wallpapers to motivate myself to continue working hard. But yeah, I'm going to open up Steam here. By the way, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Let me say hi to everyone again. Thank you for being here. Agatoki, Requiem Lich, C. Newt, Trisaru. Good to see all you guys. Hello, Josh Howell. That was a really tough word, seriously. We also have Skyri. Thank you for tuning in. Joy Central. Good to have you. Hello, Magenta Teddy. And Juan, what's up, man? Good to have you guys. Howdy, howdy. First time, finally got to a stream. Oh, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Okay, here's Steam. I don't need this. This is a free game. Show less. I don't want any of this. Now this is kind of weird, right? Why can't I put show less from GTA 5? I don't want to see this. I don't care, dude. All right, this was a free game that's available on Steam to claim right now. It's called Catch Me. It's just like a free game. You can add it to your account for free. It's like a 4-person couch co-op type thing. Stellar Blade. Oh yeah, I just updated my graphics driver. That's okay. We're gonna have some shaders compiling. Don't worry about it. It'll take like a couple minutes. We'll just keep yapping in the meantime. Yeah, I got sound. Okay, that's pretty comfy. I changed out the ear pads on these. I had some larger ones, so you might notice that they look smaller on my head. But I wanted to change them up because I just felt like kind of restore. Like the old pads I had were just getting kind of crumbly. So it was time. I mean, pads are fairly inexpensive for these headphones. They're like $15, so I just got a new set. Every couple years, I end up changing the pads out on this. These are Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs, and I've been using them for over a decade, and I've changed the pads 3 times now. So it's always nice getting that refresh. They feel new again. Okay, we are connected. UK time here, it's nearly midnight, so time difference is not kind. Oh man, were you awake because you were watching football? I imagine that's why, so... I wish I could have watched, but I was at work, so, you know, I just caught, like, highlights, and I was watching the score as it updated. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that third place match. I really am. The third place match, I think, is going to be more exciting than the final. I think, actually, easily, it'll be more exciting than the final. Yeah, GTA getting that special treatment. It's unfair. Gone through like 4 headphones the past 5 years. So many you lost track of the specific number. Really interesting. I just bought new headphones this past week. A couple weeks ago, I bought some Sennheiser HD600s. It's my first set of like kind of pretentious headphones, and I'm really liking them. I ended up buying an amp and DAC to power them, and it's been awesome. I've just been listening to music a lot lately. Like when I get home, I just listen to music. It's really fun. But now I'm playing some video games. I'm very excited. I actually wanted to stream yesterday, but it was not happening. I had too much to clean. Yesterday was productive though. I like changed my bed sheets. I washed a bunch of bed sheets. Clean my floor, all that stuff. You know, I've always got just pet hair everywhere since I have a cat. It's just impossible, man. Constantly he sheds so much hair. It's crazy, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Luckily, I don't have carpet. If I had carpet, that'd be suboptimal. Didn't watch it until the last few minutes. You're just a poor sleeper. I can relate to that, though. I can relate to that, too. Insomniac is so relatable. Or insomnia. I swear, sometimes I'm an insomniac. Sometimes I'm a hypersomniac. Just depends on the given day. Have I played RE4 Original? Countless times, yes. You've only played that one, and you played it a lot growing up. Should replay it sometime. Oh, Juan said you bought 3 retro games: Wave Race 64, Sonic Mega Collection Plus, and Shadow of the Colossus PS2. Hell yeah, dude, nice. When you play Shadow of the Colossus, you gotta play it on a CRT. Because the frame rate is so low, like you need the CRT to help make it look more palatable. I actually also have that same Sonic Mega Collection on GameCube, right? You've had your Skull Candy Hesh 2 wireless since 2015. Nice. I've had some wireless earbuds that I got with my Galaxy phone that came with them for free. I got that like in 22 or 23. They're pretty good. They're Galaxy Buds Pro 2. I enjoy them. I use them when I wash my car, I'll put them on. Or if I go running or whatever. But yeah, the Sennheisers have been awesome. I mean, I've been enjoying just listening to so much music on them. Anything like instrumental, basically anything that is not like EDM sounds really good. But even EDM, although they're kind of infamous for having a very like, just a lack of sub bass, it still sounds good. It's just, if you're used to like a lot of bass, sub bass specifically, it's going to sound flat in comparison. But they sound awesome. I love them. I absolutely love them. I'm so glad I got them. For $200, it was quite the deal. Okay, boss challenge time. Let's jump right in. I'm not gonna... And you know what else? Hold on, let's go crazy. Let me open up my death counter. Hang on. I don't need this. I'm gonna go to game capture here. Stellar Blade, bam. Turn off my monitor capture. And let me open up this, and I'll reset it real quick. Why am I opening this up? Great question. Although I don't play much anymore, when I was playing more seriously, I was trying to get a deathless run of all the bosses, the main bosses, here on minimum. So I may as well try. Oh dear, I changed my keyboard recently, so I'm using like this tiny little itty bitty compact one. Normally I would press end. Where's my end key? Oh, here it is, I found it. Okay, it's in a very weird spot. Let me just test, does it work? It does work, perfect. All right, we're good, we're good. All right, now we are gonna begin. Abaddon, let's get started. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. I'm using a mod, if you were curious. This is the Skin to Fusion mod. It dies immediately. That one doesn't count. I just wanted to see if we could get a third hit in there. I guess you really can't. Maybe if I start attacking earlier. I'm gonna do triangle. I'm gonna do heavy light instead of light light. Yeah, it's better. I like that more. You get a tiny bit more damage that way. 1 and 2. Insta-killed. I'm gonna down him here. You use the JBL Quantum 600. Great JBL music experience and good with games too. Are those headphones or are those speakers? 1, 2. I gotta be honest. I don't know much about JBL. I'm only familiar with them because they are optional speakers in some Toyota models sometimes, if you like pay extra for them. And for example, in like the, what is it? Was it the, there's like an option on the 4Runner, I believe, or the RAV4. There's one Toyota SUV where you can get it with a detachable JBL speaker. So like it'll sit on the dashboard, but then you can also pop it out if you're like camping or something or whatever. One, 2. Oh man, that didn't work. I was hoping I'd have enough time after the recovery on the Onslaught 3 there. But that's okay. Hello, Samantha Dupree. Thank you for tuning in. 1 and 2 and 3. Man, it feels good to play this game. This game's so pretty. Nope. That was a good interrupt. Oh man, I did not make it back in time. That can happen. Now that would have worked. 1, 2. That would have worked. And then if I ended up behind him. Because what happens is, because like when you do the counter chain 2, sorry, the counter chain 1, Eve kind of, you know, takes a step back from the boss. So you really need like a wall blocking for you, just to keep her in place. So only under some circumstances can you do a counter chain 1 and still catch the retribution. Only sometimes. I'm gonna move on. Now this counter up here, this is a death counter. This is not a hit counter. We have done hitless before in the past. I did a full hitless run of all the main bosses on normal difficulty minimum preset, but we're doing hard mode minimum here, so all I really care about for now is just deathless. So once I get a deathless run of the main bosses, then I'll worry about like, okay, let's do hitless now. But to be honest, it's kind of the same. Only in these early bosses can you even take a hit. Like I think after Juggernaut, you can't even, like everything will just one-shot kill you pretty much. There might be some miscellaneous attacks that you will survive, but in general, you just get bodied. 1 and 2, 3. What bosses are not included in this run? Great question. So the main bosses are just going to be the ones that you fight on like a normal playthrough of the game without doing any side missions. So pretty much 1 and... Actually, I'll show you once we get to the list, but it's going to be pretty much there's no like refights. Like Gigas 2, Stalker 2, Corruptor 3. We don't fight any of those. And I only fight one final boss. And of course I don't fight the optional bosses either, like Scarlet or Man. One and 2, 3. I'm gonna down him here. Yeah, like we're not gonna fight Brutes, we're not gonna fight Behemoth, exactly. One and 2, 3. Alright, we're almost done with Corruptor here. Is Gino another alias, or is that Bliss's actual? That's my actual name. That is my government-issued name. You can call me Gino, or you can call me Bliss. Either way. And that is Corruptor. Next. Anyway. What else has been new? Oh, the All-Star game for baseball was yesterday. It was very fun. I love All-Star Week. All-Star Week is so much fun. It's so entertaining. Not really because of the Home Run Derby or the All-Star game, although I like watching the All-Star game and listening to the commentary. That's always fun and usually really funny. Like, we had a good moment yesterday. Kyle Schwarber was, like, having trouble getting his, like, mic on, and he, on a hot mic, he was like, ah, fuck it. And you could hear it on TV. It was pretty funny. But then he got it, and, you know, he did talk to the casters. But I just love all of the interviews and all the clips, the social media clips that come out of All-Star Week. So I love that. But yeah, there's no baseball this week. As a result, the first games are going to be on Friday. So, you know, got something to look forward to again. But a little break from baseball is nice in a way, I guess. Although my Yankees were winning, so I mean, I was having fun watching. We swept the Nationals, that was good. Nationals, a young team that have legitimately an incredible offense. 1, 2. You know, their pitching just doesn't quite match. Is this a speedrun or just trying to go deathless? Yeah, the only goal right now is a deathless run-through of the main bosses. And the reason I'm doing this... 1, 2, 3... What is the purpose of this? Like, what am I practicing for? After I accomplish this, I want to get a full game hitless playthrough. That's what I'm essentially practicing for. But the other thing too is that doing something like this kind of gameplay is nice for short streams because it's something we can do very fast. Like, it doesn't take very long. It might take like an hour and a half at the most if things go really badly. So on the long end, this will take an hour and a half. But since I'm streaming after work, I don't really have the energy for a long stream, nor do I have the time to do that. But normally, like, if I was streaming on a weekend or something, I would do something longer. Recently, we've been playing Wuchang, but I just haven't had the energy. These past couple weekends, I've just been busy, and I haven't had the energy. But, like, this weekend in particular, I wasn't even home, like, the entire weekend. But it was fun, man. It was a good time. I find that, you know, since I'm so... I don't want to say I'm burnt out, but I have been kind of tired or a bit overwhelmed from working. And so when I get to the weekend, I'm just like, all I want to do is see my friends and, like, go outside. I don't want to be at home. Which isn't great when one of my favorite hobbies is streaming. I also was trying to move out for a little bit. 1 and 2. But that didn't end up happening. I checked out this one apartment. It was like a studio apartment. And I was just gonna, like, I wanted to have a very minimalist apartment and just mostly have my streaming setup and have a nice space where I can stream, you know, at any time of the day without worrying about noise like when I'm here at home. But it didn't work out. It was just, there was an issue with the internet. I couldn't really get AT&T there, unfortunately. So I was like, I'm not gonna compromise. So I'm still looking, but for the time being, I'm still at home. Anyway, what else is new? And I don't know, man. I was about to start talking about work stuff, but it just doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant. Like, it's not interesting to talk about. Something exciting for our community. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, and something exciting for our community is that I just got our 2-year member badge up. So we have Requiem Lich in chat. If you scroll up, he's a 2-year member. Or if you go, like, click join to join the channel membership, you'll see the badges. So we have a new member badge, 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, 1 year, and now 2-year. It's pretty crazy that we've got channel members that have been here for 2 years, but I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And it's great because, you know, any money that I do earn from YouTube, it's not much, but it's something. I might get like $100 a month. I can use that to put back into the community, you know, to buy these custom emojis, to do our little giveaways that we do every so often, and stuff. So, and we've also got a nice giveaway coming later this year. I'm giving away one of those Eve Nendoroid figures once they ship. They haven't shipped out yet. I'll let you guys know as soon as that does happen. Trust me, you'll hear it on stream. I'll let you know because I'm very much anticipating it. I pre-ordered 2 of them. One and 2. He put himself in the corner. Let's get him out of the corner. 2. I want to push him this way. 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I just counted that wrong. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is why you gotta play your games, folks. That is a stalker bread and butter. I forgot the timing. But now I've got it again. Last time we played this was last Thursday, I believe? Last Wednesday? It was last week, I don't remember. Played a little bit of Stellar Blade, although that stream, as far as like Stellar Blade gameplay goes, didn't go great, because I didn't even kill a lot of the bosses. I was just like, I just want to press some buttons. I think I just, I like straight up died on like 3 of them, or 4 of them, and I didn't bother retrying. I was like, yeah, that's enough. That's enough practice. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's save the Retribution. Bam, 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 and that's phase 2. I'm gonna charge some beta here. Do a nice shield breaker. Let it rip, and Retribution. The name Gino is more of an Italian name. It is in fact an Italian name. One. Oh shit, that's uninterruptible. Let's do that one again though. We took a death on Stalker. I'll add my death and restart. Okay, I missed some messages. You like the Elder Nativo final boss over Providence? Yeah, my feelings on it are that Elder is a better final boss, but I prefer Providence. Mostly just because I'm bad at fighting Elder. The thing is that I never fight Elder, and as a result, I'm still kind of a little bit unfamiliar with Elder. I just never fight them. Because when I would speedrun the game a lot more, I always fought Providence. But I talk more about it in my boss tier list video. That's pretty much the main thing. I love Providence's music too, I prefer it. Although Elder has a much more epic soundtrack, I could listen to Providence's theme for like hours, dude. It's really good. The funny thing is Behemoth is the only boss in the game Gino never fights in the story or in challenge mode. It's one of them, yes. Although, you know what, Juan? I think I have fought 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think that the rematches, so like Stalker 2, Gigas 2, I think I fought those less than Behemoth. I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're wondering why you thought Gino was an A-list, it's because you've never heard the name before. Oh, really? You've never played Super Mario RPG? There's a character in Super Mario RPG called Gino. He's like a wizard or something. Like the cool kind. He is actually very cool. But his name is spelled with an E, but it's the same name. It's G-I or G-E. I've seen like Gino's like deli meats, like deli meats kind of, what are they called? 1, 2, 3. What's the word for somewhere that sells deli meats? Delicatessens? That's what I mean. Wait, is that the word? No, I think there's another word. What is... I think it's just called a deli. Why couldn't I think of the word? I promise I'm sleep deprived. I'm not normally this dumb. I'm just genuinely sleep deprived. Here's an example of how I'm next to Stalker. Because the wall caught me, I was able to do a counter chain 1 and still have time to catch the retribution. Normally you can't do that if there's like, if you're in an open space. And we're dead. Okay, let's do that again. Really, you've heard the name Gino several times in your life? It's not a common name, but you have heard of it. Yeah, it's definitely not common. I've only met like one other Gino in my life, to be honest, in real life. You're from Ireland, there would be a bunch of names here that you wouldn't find in other places. This is true. Yeah, every country's got their own names. So like, you know, you'd hear the most Ginos like in Italy, I guess. But something I would get a lot growing up is that like a more common name is Gio, like Giovanni, and people would always think that my name was short for Giovanni. And I'm like, how do you figure that? So I guess you just can't spell, is what I would think in my head. I didn't say that to them, obviously. Believe it or not, I was a pretty nice kid. I was pretty respectful. 1 and 2. But I would still think that. I was like, how do you get that? Where do you get Giovanni from Gino? It's not spelled Giovanni. That just doesn't make any sense. What are my thoughts on Eevee? Many people are looking forward to a new character being introduced, but some are upset about Eevee not being Eve being the protagonist again. Yeah, I mean, people are gonna get upset about anything. I think she looks great. In fact, I've already created 2 emojis specifically for Eevee. That was not a great time to do the aerial beta chain. We've got 2 new emojis, but I haven't added them yet because I haven't decided which ones I want to remove. Because I don't have enough channel members to just have more empty emoji slots. So I gotta remove some of them. I gotta take out... I have 3 new emojis. I have 2 Eevee ones, and I have a new Eve one that's like a GG emoji. So I gotta make some tough decisions. I'm probably cutting Adam, but then after that I'm not sure. Because nobody really ever uses Adam. Poor Adam. And 2. Okay, let's stop dying on Stalker. Well, I'm gonna lock in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There goes Juan. I think you by yourself you've just raised the usage rate of Adam by like at least 12.5 to 15%. 1. That didn't work. Hello, Leo Jackson. Thank you for tuning in. Sometimes you will see small modifications for shortened nicknames. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I still judged them. I really did. Flash. You really raised it by that much. No, actually, I'm being dead ass. Like, nobody ever uses... I'm the only person who uses Atom, and I mostly use it in comments, like responding to comments on my videos and stuff. If I'm answering a question, I like to throw out the thumbs up, you know? That's like the main use that it gets. So like, since it's mostly just me using it, like whatever, dude, I can just put a different one. Bang, bang, and bang. Because I'd rather put the emojis that people actually use, you know, to be available. 1 and 2. You guys are hilarious. More atoms. However, I will have all the emojis available to use on Discord. So within our own server, like, you can use all of them, you know? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess Lily is next on the chopping block. Well, I wouldn't get rid of both Lily emojis, but actually, yeah. To be honest, the oof one doesn't get much use either. Bam, bam, and bam. Those are probably the least used ones. The Atom thumb one and the Lily oof one. Which is kind of a shame because they're some of the original ones. The original 4 emojis that I created for the channel is the Eve Wave one, Atom Thumb, Lily Oof, and the Taki one. The Taki Pout one. Those are the original ones. But I'm keeping the Taki ones. Those are not going anywhere. I just love those. Even though they're not really used much, I gotta have the Taki ones always available. I have to. That was a new PB? That wasn't even very fast. That just goes to show how much, like, I'm never really going for fast times on these. I've never actually done so. Like, I've never actively, consciously tried to get a fast time on any of these boss fights. Besides, we did a little bit on Providence. Okay, moving on to Juggernaut. Don't worry, guys. Adam's memories will live on. His memories will live on in the Discord. Yeah. Honestly, I could do it right now. Like mid-stream, I could pull the emojis and replace them right now because I've got them in on my phone. Dodge. And we're dead. At least Adam's skeleton will live on. Sick reference. Sick reference. Okay, take 2. Hold on, I gotta wake up. This is not a great start. 2 deaths already on Juggernaut for nothing, like just for no reason. Dodge and dodge. Dodge and wait for his foot. Dodge. There's the invisible attack. Repulse. This one is uninterruptible. Oh, he was about to do his invisible attack too, and I interrupted it. Dodge and wait for his foot. Actually, I'll just interrupt it like this. I felt like doing a chain reflection 1, so we did it. Charge more burst. Here's phase 2. Let's interrupt this. Just to stop the fires from spawning. 1, 2. There's the big overhead. That was a 5 string, but I interrupted it. That's okay. 1, repulse. Dodge. Wait for his foot. Dodge. I'll do chain reflection 2 there. Go into another overdrive. Here's the big jump. And big dodge. One, 2, and 3, 4, delay, and 5. Counter chain 2, let's down him. Hey, we're close to a retribution. I should try to get one. I only need 2 more parries. Come on, give me a nice parry string. One, oh, damn it, I could have gotten that. 1, 2. Dodge, and wait for his foot. Dodge. Okay, come on, 2 more parries. I'll wait. That's not a parry. One, 2. And that's Juggernaut. So 2 deaths, but the deaths happened immediately, so whatever. That doesn't really bother me. Like those kind of deaths, it's the kind of thing where I can adjust so quickly to it. It's just, I'm rusty, it's been a minute. So I still feel fine about this fight, pretty much. If I were to like, if I were messing up his bread and butter dodges and strings, like, a lot, I would feel like, oh wow, I've forgotten some of these timings. I gotta, you know, sharpen up those timings. But those 2 deaths don't even bother me. It feels like 0 deaths in my head. Quick question, how do I spell Eve as Eve, or Eve? Capital EVE, so the last one. That's how it shows up in subtitles, so I just write it that way. In fact, I'll let this cutscene rock briefly just so that you can see, because they always put capital EVE. So I usually type it that way in comments and stuff, but sometimes I'll just write the regular. Look, see? Even the speaker name, it's just capital EVE, no periods. Because it's not an acronym, right? Like, as far as I know. I mean, is it an acronym? No, it's not, because otherwise it would have the periods, or maybe they do refer to it as something, but they just call her capital EVE. You know, every time you watch that scene, all you can hear is the Lego breaking apart sound effect, playing when the skeleton falls apart. I haven't played any Lego games, so I'm not really familiar with that sound, but I mean, I know what you're talking about, conceptually. However, like yesterday, I did just get a bunch of Lego games, because Green Man Gaming was doing like a Lego bundle, so it was $9 for like 10 Lego, it was 7 Lego games and some DLC, I think, or 6 Lego games and DLC. Whatever, but there's a bunch in there. I'm kind of interested in checking out the Incredibles one, looks hilarious. But there's also like Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, there's like, there's Jurassic Park / Jurassic World. Bunch of Lego games. For $9, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll play these with my fiance one day. Like, you know, just like a nice couch co-op kind of funny game. A nice lighthearted game. 2, 3, 4, and blink. Hey Albie, thank you for tuning in. What time is it in Germany right now? It's not early, I know it's late. So thank you for being here. Do I use any other burst skills against bosses? You like R1 triangle because it takes 2 shields off? Yes, that's my other favorite one actually. Descending break is literally my other favorite burst ability. However, it's not really good here in minimum preset because you don't have it unlocked like that. You can only use it. So like, it doesn't do that much damage, it doesn't knock down, and it doesn't deal balance damage, as you can see. So I only really use overdrive in minimum, but that's it. If I were playing like an actual playthrough, I would use Descending Break. Or I would use Punishing Edge. I found that, you know, Punishing Edge is actually pretty good. It deals good damage once you upgrade the... there's an upgrade that gives it a second, like, wave of damage. With that, it's really quite strong. So I like it as a response to the Karakuri... The Karakuri spawns, the Kokeshis. Oh, shh. This is what I'm talking about. I got one shot. Damn. I was going for some cute aim cancels. We got owned. 1:28 a.m. Okay, actually not that bad. Not that bad. What other combos do I know, and are you a master? Are you talking to me? Wait, hold on. What other I mean, there's a finite number of combos in Stellar Blade, so I know the same combos that everybody else does. 1 and 2, 3. Am I a master? I wouldn't call myself a master of anything. 1. Case in point. Just finish your Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea trophy grind. We'll start the main game platinum grind tomorrow. Burial at Sea? I guess that's like a DLC? I actually haven't played Bioshock Infinite. Although I still want to. I bought it, I pre-ordered it before it even came out. I was excited about that game, and I just eventually, like when it did come out, I never even played it. I didn't even like 1 and 2, 3. That was around the time that I stopped playing games as hard. So, yeah, and you know, honestly, whoa, that's actually crazy you mentioned that, because that just reminded me of something. Recently, since I've been working so much, and like every day just feels like it's getting home from work, going to sleep, waking up, and going back to work, I almost felt myself kind of reverting 2, 3, 4. I can almost feel myself reverting to back when I was in my early 20s, where I wasn't very focused on video games. I didn't really spend much time playing them, outside of like a select few. 1 and 2, 3. And then also like my mid-20s, I was also barely playing video games. You know, I was a lot more involved with like car stuff, like car community things, being just a car enthusiast. And like being aware of that and conscious of that, I was really like, oh my gosh, I need to play more games. I don't want this to happen again where like I just become completely out of touch with video games. Bam, bam, delay end, bam. Let's get to phase 2 here and then use the retribution. Which is one of the reasons why today I was like, I have to stream. I have to. If I don't stream, it's going to be unacceptable to me. So I'm glad I'm here. That's why I scheduled it yesterday, just to kind of keep myself, hold myself accountable, you know? Because I feel like if I schedule the stream on YouTube, then I gotta do it. I gotta, you know, actually pull through. And, you know, I haven't played any games offline, like off-stream in a while. I was playing some Steam Deck a little bit, but recently I'm usually so tired during my break at work, I just take a nap in my car. I'll just, you know, put on a nice sports podcast, I'll listen to some baseball news, whatever, and I'll just take a nap for like 40 minutes. 1. Because usually I'll eat, and by the time I'm done eating, I'll have 40 minutes left because I have an hour break. It's been good. I mean, I enjoy my work naps, I really do, but I enjoy more when I spend like a nice half hour playing whatever game on my Steam Deck, like anything, it could be anything. The last game that I played through completely on my Steam Deck was RE4, original. 1 and 2, 3, and that was a blast. I did the main game, I did Separate Ways. On Steam Deck it really runs just, I mean obviously it runs perfectly, that game is so old, but it just runs really smoothly, really nicely, you know. I believe you can even install mods, because I know a lot of mods do work on Steam Deck. 3 string, 1, 2, delay, and bam. Hey Kaneki, thank you for tuning in, good to see you, man. Barry, let's see, are the 2 DLC episodes for Infinite. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay, bra. 1, 2, 3, delay, and 4. Let's down her here. I should do another no camp run before Stellar Blade 2. You know what's funny about that, Juan? I actually was thinking about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, and 5, delay, and blink. I probably will. May as well. I mean, that was great fun. And, you know, that's the kind of challenge run I did so long ago. Probably most of the people these days that are watching me, you know, weren't around for that. So it'd be nice to bring it back, you know, just to do the challenge run again for, like, another audience. One, 2. Have I ever heard of the JRPG called The Lost Maria? It has a Korean fan translation. I don't know about that one. But I did pick up a JRPG recently called Magna Carta. It's actually a sealed copy. But Kim Hyung-tae, the artist behind Stellar Blade, the main artist, and well, actually also the director of Shift Up, the director of Stellar Blade and the CEO of Shift Up, Kim Hyung-tae, he worked on this as an artist. So I picked this up. This is a sealed copy for 360. I wanted to do something with this game. I would love to stream it if I find the time to do so. But in the meantime, it's still sealed. But I do want to play it. And I want to pick up the first game. The first game's on PS2 if I can find a good copy. Like, you know, for not like a super exorbitant price, I would buy it. Just because, I mean, it has... There's like, you know, the lineage there. Like, the fact that it's related to Stellar Blade in a way makes me feel like, oh, I need to have this. It's just a necessity. Would you be very interested in a Magna Carta stream? I feel like I should at least do a stream. Even if I don't commit to an entire playthrough, I should at least stream it. Albie says, you're thinking about speedrunning the boss challenge mode from Stellar Blade soon? Yeah, I would recommend it. It's very good fun. Do I do manual labor at my job? No, I don't do any manual labor. It is it's an administrative, it is an office job. I work at a university and I do basically just like administrative bullshit, and I mostly work in financial aid. So it's not the type of job that's like physically strenuous. I've had plenty of those jobs before. I've worked many years in service. So like, trust me, I've closed and opened all sorts of different food establishments, and I've cleaned excessive amounts of floors and dishes and all these things and equipment and all that stuff. When I used to work at in like a deli, oh my gosh, cleaning not cutters, what are they called? The slicers? Is that what did we call them? Whatever we would use to slice the deli meat. Dude, those were awful to clean. Oh my gosh, and I also worked in this kitchen, where we would have to clean these fryers and just changing the oil filters out. Oh my gosh, I don't miss doing that at all. I really don't. I don't miss it for a moment. I don't miss the oil burns either. From like, you know, deep frying stuff. That was at Publix, because I used to work at Publix a long time ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, I just work at this university now, and I mean, it's pretty good. What I love about it most is that I can provide for myself and my fiance. That's my motivation to work, right? I mean, I've been basically unemployed for a couple years now. So when I got this job, I was like, oh, I can't mess this up. Dodge, like, I need this job to work. I need it to work out and last. And so far, it's been going very well. Bam, bam, bam. 1, 2. How about the Japanese game Vampire? I don't know that one either, although I have heard of a game called Vampire with a Y. Is that the same one? 1, 2. That might be the same. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about. 1, 2. Back up. Big jump. One. Oh, I was off. Both times I got hit by that spinning attack twice. That's a shame. No Camps is basically level 1 run. It also is a level 1 run. Yeah, so what No Camps is the title. So if something involves using a camp, I don't use it because we're not doing camps. So anything involving the skill tree, anything involving the skill tree, the upgrade menu, we don't touch any of that. So, and we also don't touch camps, so we don't get autosaves. In some cases, that led to very big runbacks. So that playthrough was brutal. But it was very fun. The biggest runbacks were Juggernaut and this one, Belial 2. The runbacks were so big. For the Juggernaut one, it was especially awful because I had to ride an elevator. So I just had to sit there on the elevator and think about my mistakes. At least for the Juggernaut runback, you know, you're running through like the conveyor belts and the missile turrets outside, so at least it was like mentally stimulating. The Juggernaut one was just like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this again. I think the runback for Juggernaut was really worse. But also, Belial was a lot faster of a boss fight. It went faster for us. 1, 2. However, if you don't want to see, like, because I have all the VODs for that playthrough, they're still up on my YouTube channel. I also have a compilation of all the boss fights. 1, 2. So just the boss fights from that challenge run, the No Camps, I have it on my channel. It's like a freaking 2-hour compilation video. It's completely ridiculous. It's so long. Like, you have to be You have to be so invested in Stellar Blade to even watch that shit, because the boss fights, each of them, on average, they're like 15 minutes long. One and nothing. But I loved doing it. Bam, bam. Ow. Dodge. Belial is such a cool fight. Love his soundtrack, love his design. I love him. He's my favorite boss. Well, Endman. Belial Endman. Bam, bam. One, two. Imagine a level 1 run with a 100% run with no camps. Yeah, 100% is like... I don't know if I want to be that weak for so long. That's brutal. You know what'd be cool though? 5 string. 1, 2, 3. I would love it if in Stellar Blade 2 and Blood Rain, if they have like some kind of level 1 mode. Like, you know, in Kingdom Hearts 2? Kingdom Hearts 2 has a dedicated level 1 critical mode, and like it makes sense. Like, you play through the game at level 1, but things make sense and they're set up to not be just completely demoralizing. If they had some kind of, like, unique difficulty like that, I think that'd be so much fun to play. I would do that all the time, dude. Just all the time. How do you 100% the game? Well, that's a great question because there is a lot to do. So you could kind of set the... You could set the... Damn it. You could set the... What do I want to say? You could set the stipulations or regulations, I guess, to really however you want to do it. Personally, I would consider a 100% playthrough to be... That's the thing. It's like... Because, like, are you counting databanks? Like, if you want to really be 100%, you have to get all the databanks. And there's a lot of databanks, dude. So, like, just that... It makes the playthrough extremely long. Ideally, you'd also want to open up every single big chest, or like every locked treasure chest and every chest that has like an item. Now, how hardcore do you want to go? Do you want to also include opening the chests that only give you like, you know, nano elements and polymers? Because like those don't really count towards completion. At least like the Platinum Trophy only requires you to open 200 chests, for example. But I personally would consider like all the costumes and all the things that, you know, like an extra spine or a gear, those would be required for sure. And then obviously like all the camps, all the cans, obviously all the side quests, you'd have to do all that in my opinion. 1, 2. But yeah, it kind of depends, like how hardcore do you want to go with those last couple things, like that last 5%. But yeah, 1 and dodge. Dodge. Oh, I was way early. I dodged super early. Hope they allow you to toggle on and off your upgrades. I would love that too. I mean, in this game you can mostly do that because you can reset the skill trees, but you can't unlearn Blink, which is really weird. It's like the only thing you cannot unlearn. So, I would love it if you could unlearn Blink. I don't know why that is the case, to be honest, because you can unlearn Repulse, but not Blink. So, like, when we did no camps, I had to be very careful to make sure that I didn't accidentally research Blink. Which, you know, would never really happen because we're not using the skill tree anyway, but technically, even on no camps, you gotta touch a couple camps. There's a couple camps that are required. The first one in 807. There's also one before the Hypertube section. And there's also the ones tied to cutscenes, like the ones before Taki, the one before Karakuri. Those are all mandatory. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hey, Dex Holder Red, thank you for tuning in. You would have had the Platinum if they had just used a chapter select instead of the usual one, save file. Well, you can have multiple save files, but I know what you mean. You just gotta do another playthrough. Yeah, like if it was Final Fantasy VII, like remake style, where you can just boot up whatever chapter, you know, I guess it'd be a lot easier to get the Platinum, but at the same time, they want you to play through the game at least twice, because there are 3 endings. So you would need to do minimum 2 playthroughs. 1 and 2, 3. And you might think, what do you mean only 2 playthroughs? Don't you gotta do 3? No, you don't gotta do 3. Because with the final bosses, as soon as you kill one, as soon as you make your selection and fight one, as long as you don't die, once you go through the credits, go to the main menu and press load game, it'll load you back before you made a decision, so then you can just choose the other boss. But if you die, it messes it up and it doesn't work. Ow. Dodge. Let's do a chain reflection 1 here. Five string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, phase 3. Not phase 3. Dodge. I messed it up again. So that's the kind of dodge where I feel like, oh, I guess I forgot the timing. But that's a common one for me to forget, to be honest, because it's a very specific... Normally, I would do the free rush. After you do the dodge, I do the free rush by tapping triangle. Then I do 2 light attacks. And then I wait like a split second, and then I dodge. That's usually how I would do it. However, you know what? Let me try something else. Let me do triangle square instead. I'll do a heavy light. Maybe that timing will work better for me. 1, 2. Classic spin attack. The spin attack is weird because it's proximity based. So depending on exactly where he's standing and where you're standing, that'll determine the first parry. But then the second parry is always the same, pretty much. After you get the first one, the second one is easier. But it's very easy to miss the first one. Because what can also happen is that you're just out of range of it. Because he'll pretty much only do that spin attack when he's not facing you. And sometimes you're just straight up out of range. So if you do an empty parry, where there's nothing to parry, it can kind of mess up your internal timing, right? Because there's a slight delay. The game slows down just very briefly when you do parry something. So it's always finicky. Okay, here we go. Dodge, tap triangle, bam, bam, dodge. There I was late. But I could have done it faster. I was dragging my feet a little bit. I think you can probably make that work. We're just stacking on the... At this point, I don't care about my death count. I just want to practice that one little dodge, and then I'll move on. Dodge. Let's hope he does it again. We'll go to bed. Good night, Albie. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you get some good rest, man. Appreciate you. 1, 2... Bam, bam. 1, 2. Okay, let's see if Belial does it here. I want the big uppercut into the big dodge. That's the 5 string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. 1 and bam. I can't do it here. Bam, bam. Dodge. Well, there I got it just off the timing, just from the visual audio cue. But the reason I could not attack Belial there is because his shield was about to break. So had I kept going, it would have interrupted his combo, which defeats the purpose of me, like what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to practice that timing again. Anyway, whatever. Let's just move on. Bam. I'll try to kill him now, for real. By the way, Tides of Annihilation will be at the German Gamescom in August. You'll play the demo there. Oh, cool. That's exciting. Cool. I hope you have fun with that. That's awesome. Bam, bam. I've never been to like a big game show myself, but I guess that sounds kind of like a TGS kind of thing. But just in Germany. 1 and 2, 3. Dodge. 1, 2. One, 2, and 3. 1, 2. I'm gonna interrupt this because I really don't want to waste my retribution. So that's why I dodged that instead of parrying how I normally would. Dodge. Okay. Now we can do the retribution safely. One, 2. Oh gosh, I can't see. I wanted to charge up. Oh, I didn't have the energy. I was like listening for my shield breaker, but the reason it wasn't charging was because I only had 1.75 beta. I was missing just a little quadrant. It's kind of funny. Just a little bit short. 1, 2. Okay. Chain reflection 1. Down him. And that's Belial. Lots of deaths. With some good practice. I'm happy with that. On to our girl Karakuri. Oh. Basically the new E3. You got a pre-order for Persona 4 Revival and you got the Collector's Edition. Cool. What does the Collector's Edition come with? Since you had the true ending unlocked, Dex Holder, you said you couldn't reload and pick bad, which is the only thing you're missing. I gotcha. But I mean, hey, it's a fairly quick playthrough. For outfit... Oh, hey, Helix Discord, thank you for tuning in. For outfit completionists, there's the New Game Plus Plus outfits they added. Yes, this is true for the Complete Edition. Those came out with the PC version. Not the most terrible thing in the world, but it's just really tedious after a long playthrough. Yeah, I can see maybe feeling like, oh man, I just invested all this time and now I gotta throw away my save file to redo it. But what you could also do is just, you can still save that save file with your New Game Plus Plus, like with your 100% whatever, and just do a new game and just do a playthrough and get the bad ending, you know? If you're fast, it'll take you about 3 hours. But like, I think even just like an average quick playthrough is like 4 hours. As long as you don't do anything extra at all, you know, you follow like my normal like speedrun route, that's like about 3 hours. It's not that bad. That's like, you know, that's like a one evening kind of one afternoon, a weekend afternoon playthrough, right? One, 2, and 3. Dodge. One, delay, and 2, 3, and 4. One, 2, 3. One, delay, and 2, 3, and 4. One, 2, and 3. Nice, good connections. Do it again. One, 2, and 3. Down her here. This should be phase 2. Perfect. I'll start by downing her. We're close to a retribution, which is great. 1, 2, and 3. Why is it great? Because I can charge a little bit of burst energy from doing it. And it deals a good amount of damage. You know, a suitable amount, I think, for how much effort it takes. 1, 2, delay, and 3, 4. Down her here. Now, I gotta keep some energy open for the Kokashis. So I want to try to build up some burst if I can. I hope she does a blink attack here. Perfect, that's what I wanted. Now I'm going to save this for a Tempest. There we go. This is the bullshit. Just going to do this immediately. Down her. One, two, and three. One and two, delay and 3, 4. And that should pretty much do it. 1, 2, and 3. That's Karakuri. That was clean. Really just, we got a timely Tempest. The Tempest was the main thing there to protect myself against the Kokashis. If this were like a real playthrough, I would never even bother researching Tempest. What I would use instead there is I would use not the Sending Break. I used to use the Sending Break, but I would use Punishing Edge. Punishing Edge I like against the Kokashis just because it's so clean. Because once you upgrade it enough, it does 2 waves of damage. Punishing Edge is the square burst attack, so, you know, R1 square. That one's nice. But Tempest here on minimum preset works really well for the Kokashis specifically. The game, it comes with the game and the steelbook, protagonist and Izanagi statue, collector's box, art book, keycap, and keychain. A keycap? What keycap? Like to use on an actual keyboard? Oh, did I beep a lot? You missed it? Yes, I did. GG's. Thank you. Hey Gino, the question in video games, would I rather play as a handsome male character that looks like a model or an ugly male character that looks like he's been through a lot? I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what's the theme of the game. Like what character makes more sense in the context of that game would be how I answer that question. Now, if it's like a blank canvas, and you're asking me like, okay, if it's an RPG and I can make my own character, what would I select? Personally, I don't care for cosmetics or like any kind of customization like that in games, so I would just use whatever the default is. 1, 2. Like when I play like Oblivion or Fallout, I just don't care. I really don't spend any time making my character. It's like the last thing in the world that I care about. But I know some folks who are very, like that's their favorite thing, you know, they can make all sorts of cool characters, and I totally respect it because you can get very creative with those things, you know? Look at how this guy's tentacle was stuck. Bam and bam, bam. So, yeah, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I don't have the time for that. I mean, I just can't be bothered. Or I can't be asked, as they would say in, like, the UK. I cannot be asked. 1 and 2, 3. So hopefully that answers your question. Hello, Juliet0. Thank you for tuning in. Do I play on PC or PlayStation 5? Whoa, I've never seen anyone type out PSV, like PlayStation V like that. That is so cool. The Roman numerals on PlayStation consoles, that's wow. I was kind of taken aback by that. 2 and 3. But I play on PC. The first year and a half of streaming this game, I just played on console. And then once the PC version came out, I've just been all in on PC. 1, 2, and 3. Actually, it's not even a year and a half. It was a year and like 2 or 3 months was how long it took for the first, for the PC version to come out. But yeah, I'm playing on PC right now. 1 and 2. By the way, you can call me Bliss. You can call me Bliss or my name is Gino. Either way. Also some DLC stuff. Nice. Yeah, that's cool, Juan. I saw some statues. I forgot where I saw them, but I saw them online somewhere. They look good. I thought it was really funny how they fixed Chie's posture. Like, she actually just sits straight now. And because of that, I was self-conscious about my posture for a sec, so I sat up extra straight. 1, 2, and 3. Can you post the lollipop The Lollipop Chainsaw mod. You need to see it. Wait, who's talking about Lollipop Chainsaw? 1 and 2. Delay and 3, 4, 5. Repulse. Gino, when Stellar Blade comes out on Switch 2, you gotta play it with Joy-Cons. I guess. I guess, Juan. I'd rather not. I have like a inexpensive third-party controller I can use. I'd rather just use that, dude. One and 2. The Satonaka slouch is legendary. Yeah, seriously. Oh, this shit? Oh my gosh. This never happens. Okay. 1 and 2. Thankfully, we did not die there. Repulse. More burst energy, I'll take it. Ba-da-ba-da. No, we'll come back here. Dodge and blink. That attack is an exclusive. It's a phase 3 exclusive if you didn't know. Oh, I gotta jump this. That one gets weird because on phase 3, it starts to do 2 hits. Like normally when he jumps, normally when Demo jumps, they do 1 shockwave, but in phase 3 it's 2 shockwaves. And that's often how they open up their phase 3. Hey NF Vodka, thank you for tuning in. Is that suit a mod? It is a mod. Here, I'll post it for you in the chat. It's called Skin to Fusion. And I'm using it with the... you can use it with the sword replacement too, but I turned that off. I just have the costume only, and I'm using the default sword. I need more water. I'm parched. After this, once we finish with Stellar Blade, I gotta get some water. Actually, I'll just get it now. What am I talking about? I gotta hydrate immediately. This is a nice hydration break. If anyone wants to get water, I'll be right back. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. And stay tuned for the last few bosses and then some RE4 Mercenaries. And probably I'll do some kind of giveaway. And it'll be a gift card giveaway again, just like last time. All right, hang tight. And just like that, I'm back. Oh my gosh, thank you, Juan. Thank you for gifting a membership, man. That's so nice of you. Again, because you gifted 2 memberships like 2 streams ago, and you got one of them yourself. Congratulations to Brock Sanderson, 9423, and congrats on getting a membership. If you want to use the emojis, just refresh your stream and you should see the emojis pop up. Nice poster back there, real fan. Yeah, it's actually a cutout. That's a life-size cutout. So it's like a thick cardboard type thing. So is the Sephiroth one. Hey Frizen, thank you for tuning in. Thanks, buddy. You've got mods for this game as well. Nice. Hydration break indeed. Technically, you gifted yourself and YouTube ripped you off. A little bit, yeah. This is true. You could have just gotten it yourself. It's kind of funny. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Oh, what? Hold on. That was crazy user error. I double tapped L1 by accident. I'm gonna do a live stream of the Duskbloods, the new Bloodborne game from the Nintendo Switch. 2, the Nintendo 2, Roman numeral 2. The Roman numerals in console names is so funny. I love that. I don't know if I'll play that game. I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I'll probably play it eventually. 1, 2. Bam, bam. One, 2. 1 and back up. 2, 3. Let's knock her down. Charge some burst. Three string into jumps. 1, 2. Oh my gosh! Whoa, hold on. We gotta lock in here. I can only blame so much on sleep deprivation. But I guess while I'm blaming sleep deprivation, yeah, dude, I barely slept the night before last night, and then last night I slept again like 3 hours, even though I didn't take a nap. I actually did not nap after work, which is it's the first time in a while that's happened. Because normally I get home and I crash immediately. But yesterday I was so productive. I don't know what got into me, but I was really productive. I was just cleaning. It was really good. And so I didn't nap. But I still slept late. Like, what the hell? 1, back up. Bam, bam. So tonight, probably I'll sleep like a baby. 1, 2. Three string. 1, 2, 3. Double jump. Bam, bam, bam. And blink. Damn you, UN. Okay, here's phase 2. 1 and 2, dodge. Oh, I was just late on that one. I could feel I was late though, so that's okay. Don't like how this fight is going. Just kind of sloppy. 1, 2, 3. But that's okay. I can cut myself some slack. It's been a minute since we've played. Not a big deal. 1, back up. Bam, bam. One and 2. Shield breaker and retribution. Get some water. Going to bed to sleep. It's 1 a.m. Work in the morning. Great stream. Hopefully catch you again. Toodles. Take care, Magenta Teddy. I appreciate you. Hope you get some good rest, man. Dodge. Oh my gosh, I totally botched this. That was about as bad as it can get. Normally what I would do is I'd be facing UN. As long as you're facing her, the first target will be very easy to line up. But in my case, I was kind of off axis, which screwed up my first shots. And as a result, I was really slow. Because normally those first projectiles, they never, ever come out. I can't remember the last time that's happened. Honestly, probably it happened last time. Because I guarantee I made a similar mistake last time. Just because when I'm out of practice, that's the kind of thing that's easy to mess up, you know? Very easy to mess up at another death. Stop dwelling, it doesn't matter. Just keep going, Gino, relax. If I am going to reflect on that, like what I did wrong exactly, just to vocalize it, I should wait. talk about it, then jump into the next fight kind of fresh. Because it just brings in bad energy into the next attempt. Okay, stop talking about it. Zip, and throw the key away. You guys remember in middle school or like in elementary school when the teachers would tell you, okay, it's silence time. I guess that was mostly in elementary. Now we're just stacking deaths. We're at 18 deaths. But yeah, in elementary, they'd be like, and then turn the key and then throw the key away. I don't know what about that was so amusing to me. It was that and all eyes on me. And I remember this one teacher visualized, like, I think we were learning about idioms or something. And, you know, the idiom, like, you know, you hear it a lot is like, okay, all eyes on me. And it was like they had a picture or a graphic of like, you know, like a teacher, like a cartoon teacher with a bunch of eyeballs on them, which was a pretty funny visualization. Hey, Wake, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you, Dev. Looks like everyone is staying up late to work early in the morning. Sometimes life just be like that. Sometimes your teachers would give you your classes... Wait, hold on. Your teachers would give your classes the Quiet Coyote. Everyone goes silent. What is the Quiet Coyote? Is it like a character? 1, 2, 3. I only know Wile E. Coyote. 1, back up. Bam, bam. Okay, let's down her here. That was not great. Both of those whiffed. 1, 2, and 3. Delay 4, and overhead. Here's phase 2. Let's try to dodge it this time. 1 and 2. Dodge. I was early that time. So last time I was late, that time I was early. That's not great. I don't like that. She didn't do her usual blink. Oh well, it's okay. 1, 2, 3. Double jump. Bam, bam, bam. Land and blink. It's where you make a coyote-looking hand gesture. Oh. Hmm. One, back up. 2. And retribution. Okay, this is going a little bit better. I like this so far. I like this. 1 and 2 and 3. Delay and 4 and 5. Nice crit. That was a nice critical hit, man. Damn. She's probably gonna go up and do a 7-string with the projectiles. There it is. Oh, she did this instead. Never mind. See how nice that was? That was so much better than the last time when I died. And that's going to be phase 3, pretty much. Okay, here we go. She's going to go ahead and sprout 2 more wings. And get cool music. Cooler music. 1. Do a blink. Repulse. Shoot her down. Bam, bam, bam. So she's doing it this way. I like when she does it earlier in the fight because you can't parry these. Just gotta be patient because you can't really get near her when there's clouds everywhere. 1 and back up. Bam, bam. Something I did there very subtle is that when I'm aiming between, like when I'm going between the targets for the insta-kill, I don't let go of my left stick. I keep pressing in like one direction. Any direction. You can just, as long as you maintain your momentum, Eve will keep sprinting between aims. So you don't gotta re-aim, or you don't gotta re-sprint basically. 2 and 3, delay and 4, 5. So that's like a very minor tip. Because what happens is if, like, let's say I go to aim, I'd have to go back and look at my own inputs to make sure that I'm not lying. But if you go back and watch how I did the insta-kill, you'll notice that I don't press sprint again in between my aims. But she's still running. So even after I come out of hitting the last target for the insta-kill and UN falls, Eve is already sprinting towards her, which saves you a little bit of, you know, it's a little bit more fluid. It's nice. But that's UN. Oh yeah, and when I continue with RE4 today, I'm gonna keep working towards getting my RPD costume. If you missed it last time, I was talking about how I had no freaking idea that you can unlock the RPD costume for Leon in RE4 Remake by just playing a lot of Mercenaries. You gotta get an S+ rank at least, with every character on every map. And then you unlock the RPD costume to use in the campaign. So I'm working towards that. I can't believe I never knew that. How did I not know? Because otherwise I've done every single challenge in that game. I've unlocked everything else. Had no clue, had no idea. 1 and 2. But how can you blame me? You know, there's characters that I just didn't really like playing as in Mercenaries for RE4 Remake. 1, 2. So like, I wouldn't have found out naturally. That would have just never happened. Even though I played a ton of Mercenaries, I barely ever played as Krauser or Luis. Like, at all. Be right back. Alright, we'll see you soon. You made a simple soda can in Tomodachi, and it's called Stellar Can, so that's cool. I think you posted that, right, Juan? I believe... Am I imagining things? I want to say you shared that before. One and 2. One, 2. 1 and 2. Bam, bam. One, 2. Aw, man. Botched that. Rough start, rough start. I don't want this to turn into a UN situation. UN, we died 5 times. Don't want to have that again. Let's get it right here. Let's lock in right here. I want to finish today with 20 deaths. Flat. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Oh shit, that's just 1, 2. Alright, we're at 21 deaths. Alright, I don't want to go over 21, because 21, that's, you know, you can drink alcohol at this age. So if I go over it, now we're like in adult territory, like truly adult territory. And then if I go over 22, if I reach 22, I don't want to go over that, because then it's like, you know, a nice alliterative number, you know, it's 2 2s. But then if in case I go over that, I don't want to go over 23, because then 23 is like, you know, Jim Carrey. The movie. And then I don't want to go over 24 because Jack Bauer. Oh wait, is that 48? Wait, what is the show with Jack Bauer? Is it 24 or 40? I think it's 24. It's 24 or 48. Wow, I can't remember. I might be thinking of something else though. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. Back up. 1 and 2. The show is called 24. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Agatobi. Thank you for confirming. I was losing my mind for a sec. 1 clash. One, 2, and 3. I'll do a counter chain 1. Or chain reflection 1. Chain reflection 1. And down her. Bam, bam. 1 and 2. 1, 2. You know what? 1 and 2. Bam, bam. No, well, maybe I can get there. Can I get to phase 2 without wasting the retribution? I think I might be able to. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect, we got to phase 2. Awesome. Dodge. Oh, shout out to Bubbles, my fiance's in chat. 1 and... Oh man, that was brutal. That was just a really unexpected, kind of lame death. Back's much better. Finish your PC. Oh yeah, I don't remember if you ever told us that you had to do any kind of PT or anything. When you injured yourself the other month, Agatoki. Did you have to go to like an actual physical therapy person or anything like that? 1 and 2. 1. 1, 2, and 3. Not great. Gonna have to upgrade your PC soon, Dev. It's on its way out, kind of. Probably just didn't... It probably lost its will to live, because I mean, you know, you played a good amount of League of Legends on there. If I were a PC and my PC owner, like my user, was playing League, I'd probably quit too. Kind of makes sense. 1, 2. 1 and 2. We can't have a proper stream without making fun of League of Legends when Dev is in chat. Did not go to a physical therapist, but you got some exercise ideas from Mark. Okay, well that's something. One, 2, and 3. One and 2. Oh, that was almost really cool. I was doing something cool there. I did a chain... Okay, I did a reflection 1, got the speed boost, and then I did triangle square, aim cancel, triangle square before she did, I believe, the one hitter, like the one string. That was cool for a moment there. Ooh, I kind of want to watch that back just to see how exactly how it came out. But then we messed it up. One and 2. Fresh off a 6-hour League binge. Oh my goodness, Dev, I just want you to know that there's people here who care about you and they want to see you succeed. And we're here for you when you're ready. Your support system is here. Dodge and dodge. You don't have to play League of Legends. There's other ways. We promise. We won't, you know, we won't judge. The first step to overcoming addiction is admittance. Or, yeah, acknowledgement. It's a part of you now? Is that a Tool reference? I don't think that's a Tool reference. 1 and 2. Tool has a song called Part of Me. Never mind. Oh, whoops, I accidentally quit. Speaking of locked in, I'm not locked in. Let's do better here. Let's do better. Give you all the steroids? Well, I'm sure it does help with... Yeah, with like, you know, recovery, right? Alright. Chill. Just play the video game. Just have fun playing the game. Don't worry about not dying. Just fight the boss. I wasn't fighting the... I mean, I was messing around. I wanted to go for an extra aim cancel, so I like that. What is League of Legends even about? Not much. It's not really about anything, I don't believe. I think it's just there to... I think the main purpose of the game is... Because it's a free-to-play model, right? So the gameplay loop has to be... The gameplay loop has to be as addictive as possible to keep people coming back. So, to my understanding, because I've never played the game, I played like for an hour and I was like, this is just not for me. To my understanding, the game is basically, you sit around in lobbies, and you sit around in games that are unwinnable for like 60 or 70% of the gameplay time. The other 30 to 40% is trying to win games, but generally complaining about your team. And I think that this kind of loop is just engaging enough to encourage microtransactions and encourage repeated play. Like, it keeps people coming back. I don't honestly know much about the gameplay otherwise. This is what I've learned from like people I know, like friends I have that have played the game besides Dev. So, yeah, but I don't know. When I played it briefly, I was like, oh, this is like baby StarCraft, because it's basically like StarCraft, a great game. You know, you got to control all sorts of units in StarCraft. But in this game, in League, you kind of just control one guy. And you just control one guy. So, I don't know. But it's isometric view. It's like an isometric viewpoint. And, yeah. It's free to play. So, you know, anything that's free to play, people are going to play, right? 1 and 2. 1 and dodge. Hey, Nopi, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Nopi, do you think they're going to trade Mason Miller? What do you think? Because I know that your Padgers are not doing great right now. 1 and 2. 1, 2, back up. 1 and 2. Bam, bam. Okay. You heard the community is super toxic? I have also heard this many times. Sit in the lobby is correct. Dev says, couldn't tell you what it's about. Managing severe rage of yourself and others. That's what I don't like about multiplayer games. This is why I've been so off. I've been so out on multiplayer games for so long. Because ever since, in 2010, ever since I played like, oh wow, this is what 1v1 is, like this is the potential upside of like, the ceiling on a 1v1 game is so high, like it's so enjoyable, the competition when it's 1v1, I loved so much from playing StarCraft 2. I was like, if it has a team, if I have teammates, I just don't care. If it's a multiplayer game where I have a team, like more than one team member, I'm off of it. If it's a co-op game where it's like me and one other person, I can still have fun with that because, you know, I like playing co-op games with my fiance and stuff. But any kind of like adversarial multiplayer, I've just not cared in so long. And you know, I did love Call of Duty 4, I loved Halo 3, Halo 2. I had a lot of fun with those games, but I feel like that era, that kind of golden era of multiplayer is so far in the past. Now it feels to me like multiplayer games are just... They're just like purely business. Which is crazy because multiplayer games used to be an afterthought, right? Like, sorry, multiplayer modes used to be a bit of an afterthought. 1, 2, 3, 4, delay, and unblockable. Like, games would be built, and then they'd throw in a multiplayer mode, and it was just, sometimes it was extremely fun. 1 and 2, 3, 4, delay, and 5. 1, 2, back up. 1 and 2. Bang. I don't know, I might just be like, this might just be like old man yelling at the sky, but like, that's truly how I feel. Dodge. Speaking of which, I heard that they re-released Black Ops 1 and 2. I never played Black Ops 1 and 2, that was already kind of past my time. But, you know, those games, I know that there's some folks who really like them. And it's kind of interesting, like, that they would re-release them. Like, they're just out of other... Like, I know they're working on that Korean Call of Duty game. But it's kind of crazy that, they just re-released 2 old Call of Duties, you know? I'm gonna move on. We're done here. That's enough Raven for now. Let me go end. Perfect. I'm gonna close my death counter there. Get rid of that. Close this. I just want to fight Providence. You hope you don't trade away Mason Miller. But you don't have much to offer. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like, he's the guy. He's the closer. League of Legends is about the intricate political struggle between the utopian city of Piltover and its oppressed underground city of Zon. And you're kidding. Wow, I was reading that kind of thinking like, wow, I've never heard about any of this. But it sounded believable enough, you know, I would have no idea. Like, if you had just not written that you're kidding, I would have just believed you. And I would have passed that message on. And essentially, your disinformation campaign would have worked. Because at that point, I believe that is truly disinformation. Bam, bam. League is the most toxic community easily, and you play CSGO, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Dead by Daylight. You've okayed everything, but League is unbelievably toxic. Juan says the only free-to-play games you've played were Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, I've heard of those games. I know that Genshin is like Zelda or whatever, and Zenless Zone Zero, I actually have no idea what that is. I just know it's anime. Bam, bam. Darn, that sucks. You need a GM duo to get you out of plat. Wait, what game are you talking about there, Joey Central? This Padres season has hurt your soul? I'm sorry, Nope. We all have those seasons, though. Don't worry. Maybe next one will be better. I mean, it can't be worse. I mean, you guys literally had Juan Soto on your team for a year and did nothing. I feel like that hurts more. You know? Oh, Marvel Rivals? Okay. Another game I've never played. One delay and dodge. Oh, we died. You're on PC and console rivals. Could play sometime if you're in the Discord. Oh yeah, definitely play with Wake. He's always down to play multiplayer. Play Punisher and Loki. Bam, bam. Speaking of Marvel, there's this cool game I would like to pick up called Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's from the makers of Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, but it's Marvel characters and it looks so cool. Bam, bam. You know, I saw it on sale the other week, like a couple weeks ago at Best Buy for 20 bucks for the physical version. But at that time, I was just like, oh, whatever. Bam, bam, delay, and bam. But then after, you know, after we got the news that, okay, there's not going to be more physical games for PS6, then I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I had bought that copy of Marvel Cosmic Invasion, because it would have been cool to just, you know, grab a physical game. I don't know. It almost made me feel like, damn, I should get like maybe a couple physical games if they're kind of cool. And I do think that game is really cool. At least I loved the Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge game that they made. Hey Michael J. Cicero, thank you for tuning in. Any interest in Marvel Tokon? No interest here. I personally am not really into anime fighters, so I've tried playing them. Like I enjoyed Marvel 3, and that's like an anime fighter, but I was really bad at it. But I loved that game so much. During that era, I was just so deeply involved with fighting games, like with like my friends from school and stuff, that I would play anything. But besides that, nah, I just can't do anime fighters. Bam, bam. Ow. Any interest in Avatar Legends? So that does sound very cool to me, but it's also an anime fighter, so I also would not play it. I would just, by default, I'd have no interest in it, you know what I mean? However, it's the kind of thing, because it's Avatar, my fiance loves Avatar. I'd probably pick it up anyway, maybe at some point, just like, because it's Avatar. So it might be like kind of a... It might be like a Marvel 3 kind of situation, you know? Where like... Just because of the IP, it'd be cool to have. But that's not even true. I didn't play Marvel 3 because of the IPs. I didn't really care for the characters because, like, I don't really follow comic books like that. I just liked the game because it was really hype in tournaments at the time, and I had a bunch of friends who were playing it, and so it was very fun as a result to play it in real life. That's why I got into Marvel 3. Marvel 3 was such a good game though, man. Like afterwards, there was what? There was Infinite. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. I hope that Tokon game is really good though. I do hope it's good. Is it out yet? I'm not sure. 1, 2. Can Avatar really be considered an anime fighter when there isn't air blocking? Oh, I don't know about it. I haven't seen any gameplay of it. But like if you've got like super jumps and if you've got like the long combos and like basically very little emphasis on neutral, I would consider it an anime fighter, even if there's no air blocking. Tokon releases in August. Is it free to play? If it's free, I would check it out. Just because, you know, it is like, maybe it'd be like, maybe it would feel like kind of like a cool successor to Marvel 3. And maybe that would ignite something in me. Because like, if I can play as Doctor Doom, I'd be very happy, you know? 1, 2, and 3. Back up. 1, and 2, and 3. Delay, delay. Dodge. If it's not free, then there's no chance I'm playing it. But then it's like a Marvel game with no Virgil. I don't know if I'd want to play that. Because I love playing as Virgil and Dante, man. They were so cool. The Marvel characters that I played were Doom and Magneto, and that was it. Everyone else was just like, I liked messing around with Frank, Virgil, Dante, Wesker, if I wanted to, you know, be an asshole. Wesker was like every single person's anchor character. It was ridiculous. If it wasn't Virgil, it was Wesker. Will Doom have lore-accurate strength in Tokon? I don't know. Is lore-wise, is he like extremely powerful? You remember maining Phoenix, Chun, Morgan, and MBC3, but you got absolutely wrecked by the meta. Wait, do you mean Morrigan from Darkstalkers? Because well, Chris G made her meta in a way. I mean, Chris G owned that game to an extent. It was like unbelievable. It was like the same kind of dominance, like, you know, in Tekken Tag 2, how JDCR dominated pretty much every tournament. That was Chris G in Marvel 3. It was completely ridiculous. I'm gonna fight Raven again. It was completely absurd. He made it pretty lame. I was happy whenever Chris G lost, because he just made it like... He did not make for a fun spectator experience, and I was like, damn, this game is so hype, but watching Chris G is not hype. Sometimes there were hype moments anyway, just because, you know, it's not his only character. So, like, hopefully, if someone killed Morgan, then it's like, okay, cool, we're playing Marvel now. But then he played other lame characters. He had that game down to a science. He played Morgan and Dark Phoenix, like, as lame as you can possibly get. That was, like, the epitome of lame. I can't even remember what his other character was. Probably Doom. Should also fight Elder? I don't know about that. Because I do want to play some RE4 today. You had a Wesker wipe your entire team once? That can happen with X Factor, absolutely. That game was so much fun, dude. 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, my favorite player in Marvel 3 was Marlon Pie. 1 and 2. Marlon Pie had the most exciting Doom to watch I've ever seen in my life. It was absolutely crazy. If you have not seen Marlon Pie play Marvel vs. Capcom 3, go to YouTube, exit the stream, to hell with me. Don't watch me again. Go watch Marlon Pie highlights instead. 1 and 2. Bam, bam. I mean, he was just so good. He was awesome. One, two. Oh gosh, I got owned. You just didn't like how weak Chun-Li was in that game? Almost nobody else played her in that game. Yeah, I mean, you could. The thing is, you could make any character work, really. Which was cool. Like, there were all sorts of wacky teams, you know, that people would make work randomly sometimes. Love it when she transformed during this fight. Yeah, the transformation is definitely very exciting. I mean, it's even cooler when I'm not already in the fusion outfit, because then it's like an actual transformation, you know? One, two, back up. 1 and 2. 1, 2. I'm gonna knock her down here. I'm gonna do a rush chain, beta chain it. Bam. Rush chain 1. 1, 2. Oh god, I got owned again. Guess we're never watching another Geno stream again. Forgot his name, but he used Spencer as anchor. Probably... Combo Fiend? Maybe? It was probably Combo Fiend. I can't think of another player that... Christopher Rojas, he went on to go work as a developer on the next Marvel game. But yeah, Combo Fiend would definitely... He would always be on Spencer. So... The only thing you didn't like about Marvel 3 was not including Psylocke. 1 and 2. Oh yeah, that's the character that looks like Leela from Futurama, right? I've seen clips of that character specifically from the current Marvel free-to-play game. And I remember thinking like, oh, it's Futurama. 1 and 2. Hey Anan, thank you for tuning in. Bam and bam. Bam, bam. Just noticed a new badge. Yeah, check it out. We got a couple 2-year members now. Pretty awesome. 1 and 2. I might zoom it in a little bit more. You know, I can tell it's man, it's cool. But from where I'm sitting, it's not very big. Which, you know, they're member badges, so they're never going to be very big. They're only 32 by 32 or whatever. But like, I might make it slightly more cropped so it's zoomed in a little bit more. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I'm gonna down her here, and then I'm gonna do a shield breaker. And that should put us very close to phase 2. Perfect. 1 and 2. Perfect. We'll take that. I would have preferred to have done the blink, so I could have charged a little bit more burst, but whatever, not a big deal. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Shield breaker. Knock her down. Well, she's already down. She's groggy. You remember him as Mr. Rojas? Yeah, I remember his last name was Rojas, to be honest. His first name might not be Christopher. I could be easily confusing that. I could be thinking of like Chris G. His name might have been Miguel. No, that's a Dodgers player. Who am I thinking of? He was also a Marlin. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Delay and 5. 1, 2. Back up. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Knock her down. Okay, she's probably gonna wake up Tempest here, which is nice. But I'll do this first. Got a shield breaker in there. Charge a little bit more. Charge some burst. No Tempest yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delay and dodge. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that's right. I forgot she can parry this. I wanted to get the retribution immediately, so that's why I did that. Okay, now she'll probably wake up Tempest. Almost guaranteed. There's no way she does, because she's pretty much guaranteed to do it once per fight. It's extremely rare that she doesn't do it at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's technically possible. There it is. Dodge. Knock her down again. Okay, and now we'll hit her with one more of these. And this. 1, 2, back. Oh, clash to end it? Nice. Okay. On to Resident Evil 4. Chris Rojas? Yeah, I believe. Let me just look it up. Let me look up Combo Fiend's name. I'm pretty sure it was Christopher Rojas. Okay, Combo Fiend. What's your name, bro? What is your name? It doesn't say it here. Oh, Peter Rosas. Okay, so it was not Rojas. It's Rosas. Peter. Why did I think Christopher? I was thinking of Chris G. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since all of those like old names were, you know, much more spoken all the time. Okay, so that concludes our Stellar Blade gameplay. That was fun. That was a nice... I hate that it's a... I don't like that it's a weekly D-Rust that I'm doing. It's like I'm not even really getting into actually playing kind of more like not... I mean, I thought I was playing okay, but I mean, I wasn't playing like as intently or as well as when I'm already like, you know, into it, when I'm already fully warmed up. I know all the bosses already, blah, blah, blah. It's always like I gotta relearn a couple things every time, but that's all right. Why did my Steam Cloud not sync? It's kind of weird. I always get scared when that error happens because it's so seldom like that it'll give me an error, but the cloud status seems to be good now. Oh yeah, anyway. On to RE4. All right, so how did I do this giveaway last time? Oh yeah, last time we did a giveaway. You guys sent me a guess as far as like when you thought I would die. And the guess was between 50 and 149. But that was when I was just playing as Ada, and I was kind of expecting to, you know, win every time. Today I feel like playing as, you know, different characters. So that wouldn't really work. So I don't really know how I would do a giveaway, but I want to give away another gift card. Let me think. I guess we could still do guesses as far as like how many enemies I've killed. So it'd be like when I die, but what's the other stipulation? When, I don't know. Because my first death could be immediately, very early. You know, I'm going to be playing with characters that I'm not as skilled with, that I'm much less experienced with. So, I don't know. Any ideas? Gonna hop off now. See you all next time. Bye, Juan. Take care, man. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your night. Because the night is somewhat young. Epic finish. Thank you. Hey, Blankets. Thank you for tuning in. You could tell from the sword position that it was man. What's worse, a League player or a Fortnite player? I don't know. I mean, that's like a completely different age group. I don't think kids play League of Legends. Let me think. Okay, let me think. What character do I want to play as? I would not mind playing as Hunk a little bit. I could do some Hunk. Okay, if I'm playing as Hunk... Let's look at his moveset. Oh, by the way, oh man, my shaders got to compile again because I just updated my graphics driver recently. Oh, I know. Okay, I have an idea. Here's the giveaway. For anybody interested. And it's only going to be for folks that are here right now. Because I'm not going to post the messages on Discord. So, if you want to participate in the giveaway, you're going to DM me on Discord. And you're going to DM me the number you think I will finish the round with. The number of ammo that I'll have left over when I finish the round. Okay? So that is to say, you see how Hunk has... He starts with 160 ammo plus 60, so 220 in total. Okay? Now... in my experience playing as Hunk, you can get like a lot of ammo, and you might finish with like 300, 400, 500 shots left. Also notice, his ultimate, he gains unlimited ammo. So during that period of time where you're shooting, you have unlimited ammo for like 20 seconds or something. So do that. DM me. If you want to participate, you can participate now. Anytime from now to when I get my first win. But like if you DM me as I'm finishing, like that's not going to count because I'm going to see the timestamp. So you'd have to DM me at some point, like at a reasonable amount of time where I haven't finished my first win with Hunk yet. Okay, so basically it's when I finish with Hunk, when I get a full win, 150 kills, when I get a completion with Hunk, how much ammo do I have left for my SMG? The number will pop up. In fact, let's look at it real quick, just so that the rules are very clear. Okay, the number's going to pop up in the bottom left. Or bottom right. Oh gosh, we got shaders compiling. Check it out. So in the bottom right, notice how it says 60 out of 160? We're talking total ammo. So when the round ends, you're just going to see the number in the bottom right and add that up. Again, I've noticed in my playing, my stockpile can get pretty big. It can be like 400, 500 bullets. But you want to guess how much I'll end the round with, okay? And if I die, that round does not count. It has to be a round where I complete the mission and I get 150 kills, okay? What is the reward? It's just going to be a $10 gift card. Whether you want Steam or PSN, it's whatever, okay? So I'll give you guys a little bit of time to DM me. Again, DM me on Discord. It cannot be through YouTube. It's got to be on Discord. So I would personally, if it were me, if I were participating, I would guess around 400 something. But it's going to be whoever guesses the closest number. So yeah, send me a message on Discord. Send me a DM. Guess a number. How much ammo you think I'll finish my first win as Hunk. How much ammo I'll have, and you'll get a $10 gift card today, tonight. That's it. But truly, I have no idea. I think it's going to be around 300 to 500. It could be any number, though, to be honest. Okay, Dev, I've got your guess. Thank you for participating. I'll give you guys a couple minutes. I'm going to have a drink of my water. And how about this? I'll even do a quick round as Krauser. I'll do a quick round as Krauser. Krauser's not going to count. Don't worry about how much ammo he has. We're only talking about Hunk, okay? Just Hunk. For the giveaway, it's going to be Hunk. You got to guess how much ammo I'll end the round with after a success. How much TMP ammo. Because the thing with Hunk is, he only has a TMP. He doesn't get any other ammo. So unlike Ada, for example, you know, you find shotgun ammo, pistol ammo, you find explosive arrows. That affects how much ammo of any type, any given type you're picking up. Oh dear. Bam. That wasn't a 2-for-1? This guy survived? Nice. Nice Sparta kick there. Let's head this way. Oh, I barely kept my streak alive. Don't do this. It is so rare that I actually melee a Novistador. That usually doesn't happen. Bam. Let's keep it going here. So yeah, the goal right now is I'm trying to get an S+. So for an S+, you just gotta get at least 500k in score. $19 kills. Nice. 131 to go. Nice 3 for 1. That was actually really good. Awesome 2 for 1. Hell yeah, we got the Plaga too. Got a grenade there. Ow, hit me with the shovel, brutal. That was a good ultimate. That was very good. Get off me, please. Oh, I could have jumped over that. Should have reacted better. $40. Okay, I'm gonna use this explosive barrel if I can here. No. That didn't kill anybody. Brutal. Hold on, I'm gonna die. I lost my streak and I'm getting stun locked. That's awesome. It's okay. Now, it's not so bad. If you lose your streak, your score's not gonna be great, but you can still get an S+. That's all I really want. Because I already don't really like playing as Krauser, so... That was decent. Maybe that wasn't worth doing because now I gotta kill the Gyarados normally. Unless... throw a grenade. Oh my gosh, bad time to miss. Perfect. I missed an explosive arrow at the worst possible time. I'm gonna come over here and grab... Actually, I'm not going to. Never mind. This is good. Get away from that guy, please. Good collateral. Two for one again. Beautiful. Try... Oh my gosh, not like this. Wait, use my first aid spray. Okay, we recovered. That was clean. Two more kills. We're at 82, so I'm more than halfway there. Again, for anybody that wants to participate in the giveaway, as soon as I finish with this Krauser run, whether I survive or die, I'm gonna jump into some Hunk gameplay. And you gotta DM me your guess. You have to guess how much ammo, how much TMP ammo I will finish the round with when I win as Hunk. Okay. Again, that's on Discord that you gotta DM me, okay? Please, please, please participate if you'd like to win a $10 gift card. Whether it's Steam or PSN, you can choose, doesn't matter. I will get you whatever you want. Even if you're on Xbox, I'll even get you an Xbox card if you really want. Although I've never had anybody request that. Keep it going. That was okay. That was not okay. I actually attacked into him. Goodness gracious me, oh my. I'm gonna work on that later. Okay, time for Hunk. Time for Hunk. Okay, we've gotten 2 guesses. 3 guesses. Nice. Thank you for participating, Agatoki Dev, Ryzen. Two of your guesses are very close. The other one is wildly different, so it's interesting. Okay, let's get started. Castle. Castle. Punk. Let's see how this goes. So what is unique about Hunk? His TMP is really strong. And he has a one-shot melee kill. Now, most melee kills with, other characters are also one-shots, but this one is actually a one-shot. It is always a one-shot. Even if you melee a boss enemy, you'll get that kind of neck crack. Even on a pair, you get the neck crack. So it's pretty badass. Now, you don't want to do it constantly because it kind of wastes time. So if I can just get a headshot, I'll just go for a headshot instead. But I wanted to show it off a little bit because it is badass. Oh, I autopiloted. I meant to headshot them. Okay, let's keep going. There we go. Knock that up. So now that the cannonball is upstairs, I can use that on enemies if I want to. The animation is just extremely badass, though. Man, I love Hunk. He looks so good with his helmet. I wish he had his helmet in RE9. That was like the single thing that I wish they kept. He just looks kind of weird without the helmet. He's always worn a helmet. Now, his mayhem mode is crazy because he just has infinite ammo. And I'll show you what that looks like shortly. First boss wave. I'll kill him from here, I don't care. That wasn't very efficient. I'm gonna get closer if I can. He came to me, even better. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. His ult actually is just ridiculous. It's really good if you've got a big group of enemies following you. Let's take out these trebuchets. One. Oh, he can do a kick, though, if you happen to get this kind of melee. But generally, it is always the neck snap. You kind of got to go out of your way to get a kick as Hunk. It, like, never happens. Alright, here I'm going to use my ultimate again. Done. No, you're wasting my time. It's okay. Let's grab some ammo. There's plenty of ammo all over. I'm going to pick it all up. Okay, because that's what I would normally do. And honestly, I'm not even paying attention to the ammo in the bottom right. It's just going to be whatever the number is. Okay, next boss wave. Ow. Well, at least they're both dead. So we're going. We're getting along just fine. Yeah, Hunk is really strong. He's way easier to play as than Krauser, dude. I am just so bad with Krauser. I completely suck with his kit. But Hunk, you can't really go wrong. Shoot. That didn't kill anybody. That's unfortunate. I should have thrown a heavy grenade. Well, now I'm going to want to redo this later just to get a better score. Because now I don't have a full combo. But that's alright. For the purposes of just getting an S+ to unlock the RPD costume, doesn't matter. I just want headshots here, ideally. Wait, who threw that at me? What the hell? I tried to parry that for some reason. Let's take that trebuchet out. Let's see if I can't make this work. Where is our Garrador? That actually worked. That's hilarious. I've never done that, but you know, it seems pretty good. Where's that guy running to? So just like when you play as Ada, it still behooves you to get as many headshots as you can during your Mayhem mode, because you do get more points. Ow. Let me heal. Look at how much ammo I have. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually checked how much ammo I've ended rounds with, but I knew it'd be a good amount. I knew it would be a pretty decent amount. I was thinking like 500, but damn, we're at 700 right now, almost. There, I just wanted some iframes, that's why I did that. Don't die. Ooh, actually that was kind of good. That saved me a little bit. Man, the guesses were so far off. Should I do another one? I feel like this is actually a pretty fun giveaway if people knew more or less kind of where we'd be at, but I was, even my estimate, I was way off. We have so much ammo. We're gonna end with like 800, 900 or something. Because the guesses were in the 200s and 300s, like it's not even close. What do you guys think? Should we do a reroll? If you guys are down, I will do a reroll. I don't mind at all. I'm not sure who had the highest guess. But at this stage, it would just be whoever had the highest guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, Agatoki, you were nowhere close. Nobody was anywhere near what it ended up being. Oh gosh. Wait, don't do this to me. Wait, don't do this to me. I'm Hunk. I have this. So let's see. I'm gonna run around, pick up a little bit of ammo. Go into Mayhem mode.
And that's the game.
I was in Mayhem mode, but I believe I was at around 900. I'll take that. I'll take that. So I see the winner. I see who the winner would be. Upload the score? I guess. Upload the score. You're fine leaving it as is. And then Dev and Friesen, neither of you answered. So... Okay, so the indecisiveness, I'm just going to redo it then. If either of you had answered and answered my question, I would have just said, okay, I would have either been like, okay, let's redo it. Or, okay, let's just leave it as is. So I think we redo it here. So in this case... It was around 900. It was like 800 something. So I would say put your guesses around 700 to 900. Roughly. Here's the other thing too. It's going to depend on... Nah, it's not... I mean, it's not really going to depend on much else. I was going to say maybe the different enemy types would make a difference. Because like maybe I'll be more inaccurate on the island because there's spiders. Like I guess that might play a small part. You know what I mean? But I would say around 700 to 900 is probably a much better range. As you can see there, that one ended up around 900. In fact, I'll even go back. Hang on, we can go back. I'm going to check my own stream. And I'll rewind. Thankfully, it makes it very easy to do on YouTube. I won't tell you guys who would have won anyway, just so that the other person... Or just so you guys don't feel bad. But it was just... That was not very well planned out. Let's see. 120, 130, 140. Here we go. That's the end. I was at 920 plus 50. I was at 970. Oh my gosh, go higher. I was at 970. All right, so again, if anybody else wants to participate, you can send a guess now. So please DM me again. Sorry guys, we gotta do it again. Please DM me again on your ammo count. We ended this one at 970 to give you a range probably around 800 to 1000 is kind of reasonable. The thing is, what I did there at the end too is I picked up a little bit of extra ammo, but that's because, you know, Castle was like an easier map. On Island, it'll be more kind of frantic. I don't think I'll really be thinking about like running around to grab ammo at the end just to like boost up the number, but that kind of gives you an idea. So it could be a little bit lower. Very well could be a little bit lower. So, I'll give you guys a moment again to participate. And in the meantime, I'll do another Krauser attempt. Let's do Krauser one more time. Oh dear, this is fun, dude. So far we've done... I don't know, this game is just great for giveaways, I feel like. So after this Krauser attempt, that'll be when I start another hunk attempt. Dev, because I know you played RE4. Actually, you too, Agatoki. Did you guys even mess around with Mercenaries at all? It's really fun. You guys should check it out. To be honest, Krauser's kit is also just a TMP. So you could do it with Krauser as well, but it wouldn't be the same. It'd be a much lower number just because Krauser naturally, like, uses less ammo, or more ammo, or because his TMP is weaker. It's not as good as Hunk's MP5. In fact, Hunk uses an MP5, Krauser uses a TMP. It's like a very weak SMG. Nice. Okay, first boss wave. Grab this herb. Played some mercenary mode, but didn't get super into it. Maybe you just didn't find the character that you like. Oh man, that sucks. Are you serious? I already lost my streak. We just started. I'll keep going anyway, I suppose. Here's Chainsaw Guy. Alright, didn't get much out of that one. They weren't really grouped up, but at least we killed Chainsaw Guy. How are you alive? He took like 5 shots to the head. Aw, oh, man, no collateral. Got a collateral there, though. Nice, 2 for 1. Next boss wave. I gotta get out of this corner. I don't like where I'm at. I just feel suffocated in here. Oh gosh. Well, there is our boss enemy. Okay. Say a little bit more. Here we go. Nice, that was decent. Alright, that was good. I'm happy with that. Oh, this is where I wish I had a pistol. Like, it feels so futile shooting those specific parasites. Because ideally you want to shoot them when the mouth is open. Maybe I should just... Because I've got the explosive arrows too. Whatever, let's move on. Okay, hunk time. Let's see. You guys all guess again? Okay, we got 3 guesses again. Thank you for participating. And if anybody else wants to participate, if you're watching right now and you don't know what I'm doing a giveaway on our Discord. All you gotta do is join our Discord and send me a DM and make a guess. The guess is, how many bullets will I end the round with after I succeed to beat the level? In this case, we're doing Island with Hunk. So Hunk only has a TMP. Sorry, he only has an MP5. And last attempt on Castle, we ended with like 900 something, like 970. But I would say the range can be anywhere from around 800 to 900, around there is where I would naturally end. So if you want to participate, just send me a DM. If you send me a DM within the next like 2 minutes, because the round's going to take like 15 minutes, I'll still consider it valid. But you've got your range. You now have a range. And the winner will get a $10 gift card on Steam or PSN, whatever you want. Obviously, if you edit your message, it's invalid automatically. So just send one message, and it'll be based on the timestamp. Just gonna do some melees to start. Then I'm gonna go for more headshots. But what's nice about Hunk's melee on this particular level is that since there are these spiders and they give me so much trouble, it'll be really handy to just have a nice easy way to get into iframes by doing a melee, because that'll basically keep me safe from the spiders. At least for a moment, so I can, you know, kind of get my footing back. See, grab this herb. Isn't that so brutal? Imagine getting your arm cut off and then immediately having your neck snapped. Hunk is ruthless. This man's crazy. He called me useless. Okay, let's gather some enemies here. And then go into a big mayhem mode. Where is Mr. Boarhead? Where are you? Here he is. I snapped his neck. That works, but not really what I wanted to do. And yeah, the other interesting thing about Hunk is you can see when I go into Mayhem mode, I have infinite ammo, so it's not like I'm not using ammo. Thus, it bloats my total ammo count even higher at the end. Stop that guy from turning. Okay, let's run away for a sec. Come over here, take out this dude. But yeah, I'm happy. You guys guessed the numbers are more reasonable now. So it's not going to feel so, like, silly. Oh, gosh. Let's go for a kick. Oh, I killed him by accident, damn. Hoo-hoo, he was about to grab me. That was close. You know what's interesting about the grab animation too, when he does the neck snap, is that like, he always has to come from the front. So if you're behind an enemy, it'll, like, the animation will kind of jump to being in front of them, which is kind of weird sometimes, because it'll like kind of warp you slightly. I think this is a good spot to use Mayhem mode, to be honest. I like that. Come on, where's the enemies at? Here we go. A very rare kick from Hunk. Okay, that was a good boss wave. That was clean. Again, I'm just going to pick up ammo naturally. I'm not going to go out of my way to pick up ammo at the very end. So however it ends, when I get that last frantic kill, will be our total. But we might have to do like a replay, because if it ends really like in a sudden way, I might not even get a read on what it is. But thankfully that's easy to do on YouTube. You can just go back, you know, press left or left arrow key once, and bam. And by the way, I gotta succeed, so if I die here, if I fail, we gotta do it again. Nice. Hey Trisaru, did you miss a giveaway? You can still guess if you want. You have just enough time. You have to send a guess right now though. You gotta DM me. DM me on Discord how much ammo you think I will finish the round with when I succeed with Hunk. You wanna guess? It's gonna be like around 700, 800, 900. It's gonna be around there. We have no idea. To be honest, I have no clue. There's gonna be some number around there. Whoever's closest when I win, so I gotta succeed, will get a $10 gift card. Okay. Take it nice and slow here. Okay, we're at 100. There's our next boss wave. Here we go. And now we're getting close, because there's only 2 boss waves left. That guy was so tanky. Holy hell, did you see that? He was just eating bullets. That was a solid mayhem mode. That was good. Okay, we're currently at 880. I'm not even like, oh my gosh, the fact that it's so funny because like now I'm thinking like, oh my god, am I being like too inaccurate with my bullets? Am I wasting them? But I normally wouldn't think about that when I'm playing. That was insane. I got iframes there, which kept me alive. That was really good. Oh, when you do a neck snap, it knocks the spider off. That was, I think the spider even fell off the bridge as a result. Interesting. Okay, so that was not the best mayhem mode. There was a real cost involved with that because now I don't have anything to protect me from the bosses. But I think there was an orange orb up here. Shit. Oh, shit, again? I can just snap there next though, whatever, I'm punk. It doesn't matter, never mind. That was good. Ooh, that was badass, that never happens! I've never seen that animation. Hold on, I need iframes. Don't kill me, don't kill me. I didn't want to die there, so that's why I went for the iframes. Two more kills, so what are we at right now? Don't die. Oh, that was way too close. Could have died there. The knife attack again. I never see that. We're at 925. Call it 922, right? Wait, 865 plus 53? Alright, so I was at 920, 918. The closest guess, really good guesses, but yeah, damn, that was high. So our guesses were 777, 861, 769, and Dev with 925, pretty much on the dot. It's really interesting, man. This is a really fun... I like this idea for a giveaway. I want to do this again. Not today, but I want to do this again because it's like, depending on how my mayhem modes go and like how many kills I get out of them while I have infinite ammo, that's going to affect how much ammo I end with. I like this idea for a giveaway. GG's, Dev. Yeah. That was fun. I'm going to upload my score. That was pretty good. I got a 150 full combo. And thank you guys for participating. Cool. Now I just got... now I really just got Krauser left on Docs. And then, like, Leon, whatever. As long... Like, once I get Krauser done, I feel like the rest is a lot easier. Krauser's like the one that I'm most not looking forward to. That I'm least looking forward to. What was the ammo count? It came out to 918. So it's the amount of ammo that I have plus the amount of ammo in the gun. That was some, but I could have gone even because like imagine had I ran around and actually like, picked up all the loot. If I picked up every bit of loot, I probably would have been over 1,000. So in the future, when I do that again, I think probably the best guesses would be closer to 1,000. Honestly, like from 900 to 1,000 might be the actual range because the other hunk successful run that we got was on castle, and I ended with like 970. So I mean that's just two. That's two attempts. But depending on like how it goes, like if the attempt goes poorly, maybe I'm struggling a lot more. I use more ammo, but you just get so much ammo because remember Hunk only has that one gun. There's no other ammo drops for him. It's not like everybody else. Everybody else has at least another weapon. Even Krauser, you know, he only uses a TMP, so he gets TMP ammo, but he also has the explosive arrows, which is another ammo drop. Yeah, like 900, 1,000. Yeah, I think that if we get guesses all between 900 and 1,000, it'd be more exciting because it'd be a lot closer. But yeah, GG's everybody. Dev, I'm gonna send you. Do you want? Let me know. Do you want Steam or PS Plus or PSN credit? I guess either way, whatever. You can DM me. But congrats again to Dev. That was fun. I had a good time. We played some Stellar Blade, got some practice in, played some RE4, compiled our shaders, got a couple of wins in. I'm going to go to bed with that. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't know when I'll be live again. Would love to be live this weekend. We'll see how work goes. We'll see how tomorrow's payday, so that's gonna be motivating. After I get paid tomorrow, maybe I'll have enough energy to stream again tomorrow. We'll do it again. Yeah, see you guys. Have a good night, everybody. Take care, Dev, Trisaru, Ryzen, Joey Central, Agatoki. Thank you guys for being here. In the end, thank you for tuning in. Blankets, Commander Farsight, No P, everyone else who was here earlier as well. Helix Discord, Michael J. Cicero. We also had who else was here? Juan was here. Thank you again for the gifted membership. I appreciate that, Juan. Shout out to my fiance for tuning in, for dropping by. We also had Magenta Teddy, Juliet Zero, NF Vodka. Thank you for being here. And who else did we have? Albie, Leo Jackson, Dex Holder Red. I said Trisaru. I said Joey Central. Kaneki, thank you for dropping by. Oh, and Anand as well. Thank you for being here. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace, everybody.